Hello, West Creek Stampers. This is Kay, coming to you live, and I want to show you how we did the May cards for those of you who got the card kit, and then I have just a couple announcements. So the first card I'm going to show you is this one. I used the Brilliant Butterflies dies, and Brilliant Wings dies is what they're called, and cut out this butterfly in the basic white. This paper here is the hand penned. It is gorgeous, gorgeous paper. All of the colors in it are so pretty. I'm going to show you what's left of this pack after I did a class for 30 cards. This is how much I have left, and they're also similar in design, and they all had some of the mint macaron in that I could use them for all of the cards for the background. So, and I like the backs of it too. So again, that DSP is called Hand Penned, right there. And those of you who are getting the paper share will get a portion of that paper. I do have paper shares ready. Some of you have gotten them. Some of you have not. So get in touch with me if you haven't gotten yours. And I want to make sure that everyone gets them. I do plan to stop them off some places when I'm in your area. So the card base of this is mint macaron, and it is 4 1/4 by 11. And we're going to fold it. I like to have a bone folder, but I've been trying to get everything ready here, and guess what? That's one thing I don't have handy. So this card is very simple. I have a background of white, of the basic white, and that is 5 1/4 by 4, the basic white. And I'm going to show you how simple this card was to put together. The layer of hand pen. I'm sorry if you hear me sniffing. We were out for a bike ride earlier. We went for like a 10-mile bike ride. My nose and my eyes were running the whole time. It must be so much pollen. And I do take Zyrtec every night. So this layer is next. This is 5 by 3 3/4. That is the DSP from Hand Penned, which is in our new catalog 2021, the annual. Again, excuse me for blowing my nose and sniffing. Okay, so this piece right here is 1 by 3 3/4, and that is going on a background of 1 1/4 by 3 3/4. So you can flip this over and use the back side, and it looks very pretty. It's a little different than my original, but they all looked nice when they were done. And so people had different colors for their DSP. And I see Linda is on watching. Hi, Linda. And your package is on the way. I put that in the mail on Friday after card class. So you'll be getting your paper share and your kit. So that strip just goes across there. For this words, I used Collect Beautiful Moments. That is from the Beautiful Moments stamp set. And I just like that saying because it could be used for so many different things. And then, let me see. I do not see my butterfly. I thought I had everything ready here. So I'm going to grab a smaller one. You got the larger one. And you will maybe need to clean out your die cut. But like I said, your butterfly is larger. And what I like to do with these is put a little glue right in the middle and have the wings fluttering. And then we do have a gem on there. It is from the Holiday Rhinestones. And I did put a gem in your packet, so you'll want to be careful when you open those. And I think I'm going to grab a blue one here because there's some blue in the background. But like I said, you're going to be having the larger butterfly, like this one, in your packet. And then our tag, I cut that with one of the dies from the new Meadow dies. And I just love the way this looks for a tag, a label. And again, you may have to clean some of that. Our pokey tool does come in handy for that. Or it's in the multi-purpose tool, the one end, and then you can lift up the backing with that, just stab it, and then it will pull right up. So there you go. I have plain white in the middle because there are so many different occasions you could use this card for. I think it could be like a graduation. It's a little girly, so I wouldn't use it for a guy. But, hi Donna, and I will let you know if you comment while you're watching and I don't reply to you, it's because I usually get very nervous doing these and I don't always notice when someone is on. So I have plain white in mine. I'm going to wait till I need a card. This Collect Beautiful Moments could be for a wedding, it could be for an anniversary, a congratulations, a graduation, a girly one. There's a lot of different things that you could use this card for, but this paper is just gorgeous and it really makes the card. So the next one I'm going to show you is our Flirty Flamingo card. And if you remember, I did make an announcement, maybe you heard it, maybe not, that my door prize for this class was going to be that stamp set when we're done using it. And this is it, Friendly Flamingo. And we did draw a door prize on Thursday evening when I still had some stampers here. I like to have someone else here when I draw those door prizes. So we had a good attendance. I thank everybody who came last week. And for all your orders, for all your participation in the paper shares and color club. But I took them out of the bucket and put them in this box and closed it, and we shook it and shook it and shook it. And the lucky person is Barb Ramsey. She was a new person to my class this time. And she gets to have this Friendly Flamingo. I think I'm soon done with it, so she'll be getting it. I wanted to make sure I had it here to do this demonstration of the cards. So this one is a little different. The card base is 5.5. Let me think here now. 5.5 by 4 1/4. The card base is Flirty Flamingo. And then the next layer is Blushing Bride. And I ran it through the brick, I think it's called brick and mortar, embossing folder. Yes, that is the name of it, brick and mortar. So that's the next layer. And then right on top of that, we actually have our card. So I like to use Tombow when I am using something that has been embossed. That way I'm getting the surfaces covered good. I think our Stampin' Seal would do a good job with that, but I've been in a habit for a long time of using Tombow for these. I'm going to pull this camera up a bit because I think I'm losing my visual. Sometimes I forget to see if you guys are seeing what you need to. So this is the next layer, and this just goes right on top. And so this one is 3 1/4 by 8 1/2. So if you take your cardstock, I don't have a piece right handy, but we're going to use, this is some of my scrap paper. So if you take your cardstock and cut it this way across, like 3 1/2, you can get 3 of those down the side. So then you have 2 whites, one for the inside and one for the front. Now that white is 3 by 4, 2 of those. So for this flamingo, when I have something with a lot of detail like this, I like to use a Stampin' Mat underneath. Just so I'm getting all that detail in there. So we're going to do the front first. And I stamped the flamingo with Flirty Flamingo. How appropriate is that? I do have a couple other cards that I've made with this set, and I will post those to show you how it looks with some other colors. So there we go, is the flamingo. And see how nice he stamps. And then we're going to take the other piece for the inside, and we're just going to see my figurings on there. I write on anything that's handy. And there we have him for the inside. Okay, now our words, and I am scanning my table. Okay, so here we go. Hoping your day is as amazing as you are. Goes right on here for the inside of our card. And we're going to put that right inside. And I know I've got that Stampin' Mat under there, and it works better on a firm surface, the Stampin' Seal. I do like it. I'm starting to use it more as I get used to it, but there is a learning curve that goes along with that Stampin' Seal. Okay, so for here we need our water, our little puddle under the flamingo, goes like that, and that's made to fit right around his feet. Now we didn't have enough room to put the whole thing on there, but that works. It's got a nice little recess there. And then we're going to put some grasses here, right across the bottom. I almost think, why did I say I was going to give this set away? Because after I've been using it, I really like it. Okay, but Barb, you are going to get it for sure. right, and Barb is, she's been stamping for a while, but she has some friends who come here, and she just decided that she would like to come with them also. So now, this can be on the center or off to the side, however you would like to put that right on top. And I'm going to put some Tombow glue on there again. That is my favorite. And then here is a piece of Friendly Flamingo ribbon. Now this ribbon is an old one. I will tell you that. And he goes on here with a glue dot. And that's almost it. Here is your tag. So when you go to put the tag on, you want to just put glue on the one side. We have had a couple boo-boos during class with that. People put the adhesive the whole way across and then realize it. But there's always a way to fix things. Now that label that I cut with comes from the Tasteful label die set. That's where I found that one. So there is our second card. And our third card is a 3D. I better close this Friendly Flamingo before I get something in it that I don't want. This is using the Quiet Meadow stamp set. It's a, it's a new one with this new 21-22 annual catalog. And I am going to do, hi LaDonna, I'll be doing some samples. I'll be a guest stamper on our Movalist event next Saturday, the 22nd. And while I mentioned that, those of you who signed up for that, I do have the kits. If you haven't gotten yours yet, I'll be getting those to you, or if you are in my area, please let me know and stop and pick it up. But this is a stamp set that we used for this. We used the Evening Evergreen cardstock. This card stands up. It does have a front and a back. You can write back here. And there is no right or wrong as far as whether you put the front inside or the front this way. You girls can do what you want. Either way, it's pretty. So this particular fold is sometimes used for a bridge fold, and people put a strip right across here. In fact, those of you who got my Christmas card, that's what I used. Okay, so we're going to show you how we made that. That is a piece of Evening Evergreen. That is 4 1/4 by 11. And I do have that scored for you at 2 1/4, 3 5/8, 7 3/8, and 8 3/4. Now, if anybody wants to make more of these, you just let me know. I'll send you the measurements. But I am not fancy dancy. I don't know how to put the printed measurements on the video like some of the demonstrators do. So I just do what I know how to do. Okay, so our center, I have the soft succulent paper for the center on both sides for the background. And that piece of soft succulent is 3 5/8 by 4 1/8. And then the white layer that we stamp on is 3 1/2 by 4. These soft succulent for the side, you're going to have the plain one for the back, and we'll stamp on that. That is 2 by 4. And then for this side, we're going to use this DSP. This is actually from the Pansy paper. And it has a lot of beautiful paper in it. I did not bring it over. Not all of you got this one. Some of you got a leaf one. on one side, and on the other side it's like a gingham. So you can use either side on that. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and put this printed paper on my, I'm going to call it my wings sticking out here. And try to center that as good as I can. And I can go ahead and put my soft succulent cardstock in the centers. Some people they stamped their white, went to put this on, or went to put their white on the paper and had forgotten to put this on. So some people did not have this background on theirs. Some people pulled it up and used it, but just remember when you go to put this together that this is not a square. It is very close to being square, but it isn't. So that goes there, and one just like it on the back or the front, whichever way you want to call it. Okay, now we're going to do a little stamping. I did want to tell you that your clear photopolymer stamps, I wanted to remind you that when sometimes if they don't stick to your block or they feel a little, you can kind of feel when they feel like they're dirty or they have a scum on them. I use the plain hand sanitizer to clean mine, or you can just use soap and water, but sometimes they do just need cleaned. Okay, so we're going to take the Evening Evergreen and stamp our flower from Quiet Meadow, and this is going to go, I keep it over to the left. And I'm feeling something rolling under there. I don't know what it is, something uneven. Okay, so while I have that out and have it dirty, I'm going to come in from the top. And this actually, one of my stampers helped me a little bit with this idea to add a little bit of something to this back side. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is take the word section from this stamp, and we're going to stamp it in Soft Succulent. Now I'm going to stamp it off because I thought it was a little dark, and then we're just going to go right across here. I didn't go the whole way across. And while we have it out and dirty, I stamped a little of that right across my butterflies. My butterflies are cut out of the pale papaya. That is another new color. So you're getting a taste of some of the new colors here today. Now we're going to do our words. You're too kind. And I stamped those in black, although you could use the Evening Evergreen for those also. And then while I have the black out for the back side of this, where you have a place to write, I'm going to just stamp 2 of these flowers. Now this flower comes in Quiet Meadow also. Okay, so I used blends to color mine, and I kind of like the purple with it. So I used, this is actually an old one, but you can use a yellow or a crushed curry or whatever you have that you like. You can watercolor this. You could use colored pencils. Or you could use your other markers. And so I'm not going to color this whole thing, but you get the idea. Now remember that the blends do bleed through. So those of you who like to decorate your envelopes discovered that when you colored, hi Jan, when you stamped your flower on your envelope and then colored, because they do bleed. They are beautiful. They do a wonderful job coloring and filling in, but they bleed through. So we always have to remember that. So I'm going to put this on because when I finish this, what bleeds through is going to go right into that soft succulent, and it is not going to matter. And this is going to go on the inside, which is the outside of the card. And then I'm going to put my side pieces on. And I got that a little bit sideways, but that's okay. I know that when someone gets my card, they're not critiquing it. And you need to know that too. So, when I stamped this in Evening Evergreen, I then took my blender pen. Instead of coloring that in, I took my blender pen down those leaves and down that stem, and that fills it in with a light green. Now again, I'm not going to finish this whole thing while you're watching on video, because you know how nice I color, and I'm sure you don't want to watch me finish coloring that whole thing. But I just wanted to show you that to remind you that that's one of the things these blender pens can do. Now that ink was dry. Some people thought the ink had to be fairly wet for that to work, but it does not. It pulls that in nicely. And then if I'm going to use this blender pen for something else, I just wipe it across my paper till I see clear, and I can use it on another color. And then I also colored these flowers purple. I had a lady come who likes yellow, and she colored her flowers yellow. And that is fine. Whatever works for you. Whatever you like. So we're going to put this on the front, and I see my green is a little cockeyed, but that's okay. Now with these butterflies, you can curl them a bit. I don't have my bone folder, but they work nice for that. I just put a little dot or a glue dot on here. I'm just gonna put a little dot of Tombow here for my butterfly, and those can go anywhere. Now these butterflies, one of them came from Quiet Meadow, and one of them came from the butterfly bouquet. This is one of the larger butterflies from Quiet Meadow, and then of course you have this half where you're just seeing his one side. So those are two of the dies from that set. I'll be showing more of those dies and what you can do with them for the Moveless event, and then after that event is over, I'll also be posting them on West Creek Stampers, the ones that I have made. So there is our third and final card for this week. I want to remind you that, first of all, our next class will be June 8th and June 10th. June 8th, 10 o'clock class is already full. I don't know if any of you watching were here on June 8th at 10. I did have 8 people here, but 5 of them run around together and sat at the same table together. I think even with the mask being lifted, we're still going to try to keep the class size to a minimum. So still, please let me know. But like I say, if you're with a group and you all want to sit together, that works. Okay, so this, there are 2 specials Stampin' Up! Is holding right now. One of them is, and I have these taped together because I have them up on my wall then. One of those is the join. If you spend $99 plus tax, which comes to $105, right now until May 31st, you can get $155 worth of free product. Not free product, but a product for $105. It's $155 worth of product of your choice. So you also get a paper pumpkin kit with that, and you'll also get a few business supplies. Now, you don't have to have a business. You can join just for the discount, and there is no penalty if you just drop. But I just like to let you know. I did a little figuring, and the cost, well, you get $155 worth of product. Normally, there would be $15.50 shipping on that, which would make it $170. The tax on $170 is $10. So if you were to purchase $155, it would end up costing you $180.73. So during this special of sign up, you can get $180 value for $105. That's $99 plus tax. So the other thing is you get a free paper pumpkin kit. It's not a current one, but you do get a paper pumpkin kit in your starter kit. The other special that Stampin' Up! Has going on right now is Connect, Craft, and Collect. $25. And that means if you place an order or you have a party for $250, you normally would get $25 worth of free product. During this promotion, you get an extra $25, and that makes it $50 worth of free product. So you could even put orders together with a friend to make the $250, and each of you get $25 free. However you want to do it, but I just wanted to let you know, and that special does run through June 14. I did win something from our meeting with Jody Breckbill, my upline, and that is one of the new kits. Stampin' Up! Does not have kits in the new catalog, but they are having a group of kits that are going to be available for customers to order beginning in June. Right now, demonstrators can order them. But I just want to show you what they're like. The price is very reasonable. They are not in the catalog. You'll go online to look at them, or I can pull it up for you. I can give you a link. But this is the one that I won, and I just love it. This was my favorite one of all of the kits. So it's called Notes of Cheer, and it's got butterflies and some really pretty colors. Enough in there to make, let's just open it and see. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards that I can make with that. Everything is in there. Some of these kits have a stamp set with them, just like a paper pumpkin. Some of them are stampless. So anybody who's just starting out can do these kits very easily. So it looks like there is a direction sheet in there. similar to the kind in Paper Pumpkin. And let's just look. We have some bling, some little sparkly, iridescent bling. We have our card bases. And it looks like one of the cards is in the shape of a butterfly. So, and then these, so we have some plain white card bases, some variegated, and then these, I believe, yep, they go on here, those die cuts. And then there are sticker labels in other languages and in English. If you sew, do you need to send us? So you make my life brighter, a little note of cheer, and I guess that's it. There's 3 sheets of those. There's some very pretty overlays, and they go on the plain white card. Okay, so there we go. That one goes on there, and then a tag, and then here's some, let's see what this says. You're on my mind and in my heart, and I am here for you today and always. So, and then there are some of those little glue dots. So that is what's in one of the new kits that are going to be available beginning in June, and I'll send you more information on that as it comes out. I want to thank you all for watching, and thank you for coming to class this week. The kits and the kits you purchased, and all the paper shares, the In Color clubs. I'm working on the card kits that I'm giving with my In Color club. The In Colors are not quite ready, but all the paper shares are. Okay, happy Sunday, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.